Hi, Kathy. So
Hi.
what brings you in today?
Well, I wanted to talk to you about something that I've been doing that I'm kind of addicted to, and I'd like to uh, stop.
Okay. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, many years ago, I used to smoke pot, like in high school, and marijuana, and did it with my friends. And then, in college, especially during exam time, it just helped me relax. And I stopped that when I graduated and got a, teaching certificate. And I've kind of picked it back up again. And
Okay.
I'm not really pleased with myself doing that.
Okay. Can I ask you, how did that feel when you stopped smoking pot?
Well, I was okay with it. I didn't necessarily have withdrawals. I was fine with it. And, it was okay.
Okay.
I felt like an adult. I felt like it was something I needed to put aside.
Okay. So when you were smoking versus when you weren't smoking, did you feel any difference?
Well, I felt like fine. I felt like I had a clearer head lots of times.
Mm-hmm. So are you saying that you're picking it back up and that you're finding yourself feeling kind of the same feelings like before?
Yes. I Yes. I've picked it back up because I have a lot of stress in my life
Okay.
and a lot of anxiety, and I don't know what else to do. I don't want to drink.
Okay.
I don't want to drink, and that's one thing that I feel like I can't do. I don't want the calories,
Yeah.
and I just feel like there's more of a hangover. I didn't have the hangover feeling. I didn't have those kind of feelings when I smoked pot, and so I didn't have the relaxation when you drink. I don't like the feeling of being drunk,
Yeah.
but when I do pot, I feel better about that. And so I feel like this is better for me, and so that's why I'm doing that.
Okay.
However, I just have concerns doing that, and I don't know how to manage the stress. I don't know how to manage the anxiety with all that's changing.
I hear you, and I think that it's really important to acknowledge that you acknowledge that there's something going on and that you feel uncomfortable with it. And I would like to ask you, how often are you consuming pot?
Well, it started off just kind of being on the weekends when I would take stuff home that I couldn't get finished up, like tests and some grading on Fridays. But with the more that administration has put on us, and the more things that have come down from the state that's required of us, is starting to become more frequent, and we have to take things home more in the evenings. And so I'm finding that I'm doing it more and more in the evenings, and now I'm having trouble sleeping because the few of the students that I have in class, I'm having more behavior problems, and I'm having anxiety from that because the parents are difficult, and it's more difficult to handle those situations. And so I go home, and then I'm getting not the support from the administration with everything, and so it's just becoming more and more stressful. And so I'm finding myself doing it at night to try to sleep.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is that you feel better when you smoke pot, right? And it helps ease your anxiety.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it would be an option to, I guess let me re-ask, what are some different ways that you have tried other than smoking pot to deal with your anxiety?
I've tried exercise, but that's hard to get in.
Yeah.
Too. I've tried to do some exercise. Honestly, I've stress eat, and I've stopped that, and that's another reason I pick up doing the pot, because for some people that makes them want to get the munchies, but that doesn't do it for me. So.
Okay. So are you saying it's a little bit hard sometimes to get in the groove to get that exercise going and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I understand that. So what I'm going to talk to you a little bit about today is called cognitive behavioral therapy.
Okay.
And it is our thoughts, our behaviors, and then our emotions, how we feel about it. So what I'm hearing and what I've gathered is that you feel very anxious with work, and we're bringing our work home with us. And when you're feeling anxious, that you consume pot, and you believe that you feel better once you do it. And have you heard of our five senses before?
Like your senses in touch, smell.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Have you heard that?
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe an alternative that you can do is that I have with me is some lollipops.
Okay.
Okay, so just like marijuana, right? You smoke marijuana, you use your taste buds, you use your five senses right there. So what you can do is, it doesn't have to be a lollipop,
Okay.
but we could also do gum. Anything, we could use lotion to get the smell going, to reactivate our brain, to bring it back to reality and stuff. I know sometimes when we're anxious, we get in our own thoughts and our own mindset, so that could trigger that to bring it back. Another thing is our feel, so you can grab something that's near you, a stress ball. Do you have one of those at home?
No, but I probably could go to Walmart and get something like that, or Target.
I'll tell you what, I'll let you take this home with
Okay.
you. Okay. You're gonna take a lollipop home with you.
Okay.
Do you like gum?
Yeah.
You can try some gum. There's different gums that you can do. Do you feel like that would be something that's doable?
Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to try it because, I mean, obviously pot's expensive.
It is expensive, and I bet when you do go through all your pot, you have to buy more, and I bet that can be triggering for anxiety too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I think we can talk about this a little bit more next time. Another thing I would like for you to try is that I know I heard you say that you struggle sometimes to get in the groove to go and exercise, but another thing that we can do to try to motivate us, and there's evidence that support this, that, just putting your tennis shoes on, that will give you that motivation. May not be right away, but the process, your brain will go. Like, sometimes there's an example of you procrastinate on writing a paper. If you just sit in your work desk where you write it, it'll eventually happen. So maybe if you just put on your tennis shoes, even if that's walking around the house, may trigger something. So maybe next time I'm anxious to hear about those methods, and you can report back to me.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.